They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a... With 0.6 of a second remaining.
YouTube, what's going on? East Kicks, Topics, and Reviews. Back with another review video about WWE Backlash that just happened not too long ago of May 6th. So first, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I greatly appreciate it. Still on the short road goal to 150 subscribers. I think I need 4 more subscribers and then I'll reach that goal as I'm moving up closer to 200 subs. So, Backlash. Basically 7 matches took place in Puerto Rico with 17,000 plus. This crowd was super crazy. The cheers, I believe that these were actual cheers from the audience and not, WWE's way of, pitching in, crowd noises, the thing that WWE does for crowds, noises. So first, we start off with Bianca Belair and Io Sky for the Raw's Women's Championship. So the WWE draft happened last week and a week before, I believe. It started 2 weeks ago on Friday, and then the last part this past Monday. So Bianca Belair is Raw's Women's Champion, but she got drafted to SmackDown. Also, Rhea Ripley is SmackDown's Women's Champion, but she was drafted to Raw. So I know they're going to do a title swap. I wish they would just do something. Just make new women's world championships. Like these titles are stale. They're boring. Time to change it up, like they did the Intercontinental US and then the new World Heavyweight Championship. Stuff like that. Anyway, this match was, I'll probably give it a 4 out of 5. Well, okay, yeah, about 3.5 or 4 out of 5. It was some great spots. Io Sky's coming out party, taking her seriously. She had a nice title reign in NXT with the NXT Women's Championship, but it was during the Thunderdome, aka the pandemic. This is Io Sky's coming out party. Bianca Belair got the victory. Nice spots. But the cost of it was Bayley and Dakota Kai comes down. Bayley holds Bianca Belair. Dakota Kai hits a kick on Bianca Belair, knocks her out, and then Bayley holds her hair. Then Io Sky didn't even know that Bayley was holding her hair, so she was distracted on hitting her patented moonsault finisher, which gave Bianca Belair enough time to move out the way and then hit, the KOD. So now Bianca Belair with this win has became the longest reigning world champion in modern history. Props up to the EST, black woman, reigning supreme. You know how WWE treats black wrestlers with title reigns. It is what it is. Happy for her. So now we gotta see if it's a title swap. Dice match, like I said, but now the tension between Damage Control, which has been absolutely horrendous and horrible since they came back last year at SummerSlam. I believe it was last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember. They have been taking the most L's. They tag team title reign was transitional as hell. Then Bayley, she can't win the big one no more after having her pandemic long title reign. Like, it's time to break it up. They're hinting at it. Bayley's seeming like she jealous, Io Sky. So I got a feeling Io Sky gonna break from the group. It's gonna be a feud between her and Bayley, flat out. So the next match was Seth Rollins versus Omos. I'm trying not to spend too much time about it, but this is another high-profile match for Omos. They trying to build him up to be something, but he still ain't ready. He can't talk on the mic. I guess that's what they need MVP for, which is cool, but he's just not that exciting to me. He's very stale, very boring. It ain't it. It ain't it at all. Seth Rollins, obviously over with the crowd, favorite to win the new World Heavyweight Champion. So basically the match, you got your giant beating up on a smaller person, blah, blah, blah. But one highlight of this match was Seth Rollins going for the curb stop and almost stopping it, like mid-air with his head. Like, Seth Rollins trying to stomp him to the ground, but he held his head, so he stopped Seth Rollins in his tracks with it. So he hit 2 curb stops later on in the match, almost kicked out on some Fiend type shit. And the final one was top rope. I kind of figured that. It was funny because I was thinking about WWE 2K Blackout curb stop. And he actually did it off the top rope, which is crazy. So, yeah, this match is probably a 2 out of 5. Yeah. It wasn't the most exciting. It just had that spot that I just talked about. So, next was Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega, which is, her hometown or homeland, whatever, of Puerto Rico. So she was the hometown hero. She came out with the Puerto Rico flag attire, the shoes, everything dripped out with her family, front rows, and it was beautiful. She had her moment and stuff, crying and stuff. It was very beautiful for her. Rhea Ripley playing the perfect heel. It was a solid 3 out of 5. I mean, it wasn't that great. I can't really remember if it was anything special, a certain spot out the match. It was solid. It was cool. Babyface Zelina Vega had her little moments or whatever, getting the crowd to pop and stuff like that, which, like I said, this crowd was crazy with the hometowns heroes. But also, just overall, they was really into this pay-per-view and these matches and superstars' interests also. But in the end, Rhea Ripley beat Zelina Vega, so that's what I was talking about. Her and Bianca, they're probably going to do a title swap, and don't be surprised if they face each other at this year's Survivor Series, because they've been teasing them two facing off each other, and they've been running their women's divisions on their brand for a minute. So, that's that. Then we got the triple threat match for the United States title. Austin Theory versus Bronson Reed versus Bobby Lashley. Austin Theory, my bad if I didn't say his name. I'll probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. It was a solid match, a little teamwork on Bronson Reed and Austin Theory on Bobby Lashley, which Bronson Reed had ended that real fucking quick, so it became a legitimate triple threat. Bronson Reed, they're building him up to be a big monster. Dude is actually good. He was good in NXT. He's actually good. Austin Theory played the ultimate opportunist this match. It was certain spots where Bronson Reed sold his aerial assaults, moonsaults, splashes from the top rope. That type of thing. Bobby Lashley couldn't really overpower. I mean, it was the one point where Bobby Lashley just had this high-ass spine buster on Austin Theory. But the finish was Bronson Reed tried to hit a moonsault, missed on Austin Theory. Then Bobby Lashley did the spear, and Austin Theory grabbed Bobby Lashley, threw him out the ring, and 1, 2, 3. simple heel win when they couldn't clean fall somebody. So Bobby Lashley been drafted to SmackDown. He was on Raw for a minute, dominating. He became the WWE champion 2 times and 3-time United States champion. There was nothing else for him on Raw to do, so it's time for him to move on. Bronson Reed, obviously, he's upcoming, so they're trying to build him. Austin Theory and Gunther, they switch brands with their respective titles. So the U.S. title goes to SmackDown finally after it's been on Raw for maybe about 3 years, maybe 4. And Gunther take the Intercontinental title, basically the same on SmackDown, switches. So that's that. Next is the awaited double main event of Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. When I say when Bad Bunny came out with this song, that crowd went ballistic for this man. And Bad Bunny and Logan Paul, I swear if they wasn't in their respective careers, they will have a good place in the WWE, because these two dudes can really, really wrestle or put on a good entertainment show. Bad Bunny can really do this stuff in WWE. He's really, really good, just like Logan Paul. This match probably would be the match of the night. It had everything. Spots. It was the one spot. The highlight was Damian Priest did a Falcon Arrow off this, I don't know what it was that they were standing on, onto these tables. Beautiful. It was weapons, this and that. They were selling the effects of moves and weapons. It was everything. Then you had the interference of the Judgment Day and Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. And then next thing you know, Carlito comes out. That crowd went ballistic for him. Then you had Vito, I forget it, Salala, Vito, whatever, another Puerto Rican legend. I can't even pronounce his name. He even got physical. Then the actual LWO came out with Rey Mysterio. Like, it was so much going on. This match was super, super crazy with a little bit of returns with 2 legends and Carlito and the Vega dude that I was talking about. If I'm pronouncing it, I'm sorry. It was a good match. I give it a solid 4 out of 5. Match of the night. It had everything. Every single thing. Every single thing that you could think of. So that was the match of the night. So now we got to go to the 6-man tag match with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Riddle versus the Bloodline minus Roman Reigns of the Usos and Solo Sikoa. I'll give this match probably a 3.5, maybe even a 4, maybe. Yeah, probably 3.5 out of 5. It's because of the drama in it. It was nice little spots, this and that. But, obviously the highlight of the match was Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso. Like, tense moments ever since, Roman Reigns has not spoken to the Usos, no contact before WrestleMania. He just been talking to Solo and Paul Heyman. And the tension is boiling up of Solo Sikoa telling on his brothers. It looked like he really about to fuck up Jey Uso. It was a moment where Solo Sikoa was going off doing his uncle's Umaga style, going crazy. And Jey did something, and he turned around and grabbed Jey by his throat and was about to give him some more spike. But the crazy thing about the spot was he did not let go once he realized it was Jey. It wasn't like, oh shit, my bad. He kept his hand on his throat with his thumb out for the spike. And Jey just looking like, what the fuck? Like, I'm your brother. Like, it was super crazy. They've been building this up for months. Well, not months, but probably like this whole last month. They was building up this tension, and it really just came on full display. Like, you really was gonna hit me. Like this is what Jey is thinking. So, like, man, Like, you really starting to piss me off, man. Jimmy acting like he not aware of the shit and trying to play peacemaker, not knowing that he part of the problem too. So I'm waiting to see where this goes, because I all know Solo is going to turn on the Usos. I can see it. WWE just did not need to prolong it and make it even longer than it already has. This has been the longest storyline, which has been great, but you don't want it to get, okay, y'all need to make it happen when you need to. So that's that. And then obviously the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Brock Lesnar comes out. Cody Rhodes attacks him during Brock Lesnar's entrance. He hit him with chairs, steel steps, announcer table cover thing, and get in the ring. And he hit him with all these moves. And Brock Lesnar catching mid-air, literally mid-air, like he go off the middle rope, jump in the air. Brock Lesnar catches him, but he don't put him back down on his feet. He keeps him in the air and then delivers a German suplex. Manhandling throughout the match. It was a match. Actually, I'm surprised at WWE. That's how I know Triple H had something to do with this, because blood was in this match. Brock Lesnar was busted open. He was bleeding crimson face. And, Cody Rhodes was fucking up Brock Lesnar. He hit him with 2 crossroads. Everybody thought it was over. Brock Lesnar kicked out. They fighting again. Then Brock Lesnar hits a F5. Everybody thinking it's over. Cody Rhodes kicks out. And then, Brock Lesnar puts Cody Rhodes in the Kimura lock. And it's just like, okay, blah, blah, blah. It's just back and forth, hard hitting, counterattack, stuff like that. And then next thing you know, Cody Rhodes uses Brock Lesnar's weight to pin him down in the Kimura lock for the 1, 2, 3 when he was about to tap. Shitty finish. I know it pissed a lot of people off, but I understand the finish, because they could not let Cody Rhodes just beat Brock Lesnar clean. Nobody really beats Brock Lesnar clean. It is what it is. It made Brock Lesnar still look like the badass, and it made Cody Rhodes get a clever win. So it helps both men. Now he can get back on the path with the story. I don't know how that's going to happen when Roman Reigns is on fucking SmackDown. He was drafted to Raw. Maybe he can win Money in the Bank. Maybe 2-time Royal Rumble winner, which I don't want to see. Money in the Bank, I can see that. I don't know if they're going to make him win the World Heavyweight Championship in the tournament. I don't know what that's about, but overall show, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Some of these matches seem kind of rushed just to get to the 2 main events. But it was okay. I mean, I love the crowd. This is probably one of the best crowds I've seen in a little bit. So I love the crowd. It's a nice little pay-per-view. If you got the time to check it out, go ahead and check it out. If you can, it's all right. But that's it, and I'll see y'all in the next video.